forward to the computer. Okay. So thank you very much for chatting with me today. I know that everyone's getting ready to go off to their tertiary studies and everything. So I just wanted to ask you, I know, you matriculated last year and you got really nice results that you were happy with. I just wanted to ask you what your matric experience was like and any sort of hints and tips that you can give the students to help them sort of survive matric in inverted commas.
Yes. My matric experience was definitely a long and hard one. I don't think matric, everyone says it's sometimes people find it easy, sometimes people find it hard. I definitely found matric a lot. It was definitely one of my most challenging years just because of the workload and the time spent out studying. I think what helped me through matric, because I'm not someone who was getting A's throughout high school, I always had to work for them. So I think timing yourself out and giving yourself an opportunity to take a break, like having a calendar, giving yourself set times, like I'm going to work at this time, I'm going to watch half an hour series at this time, I'm going to go speak to my parents at this time. That really helped me, because if you sit at your desk for a straight 8 hours, you're going to burn out. You're not going to do it. And you think, yeah, if I study so hard towards the end of matric, oh, I'm going to get the results. That's not how it works. You're going to end up getting tired and being so exhausted for the exam. You're going to either think you've forgotten everything, or you're going to go in there and just kind of bomb out. So I think time management, having a schedule, kind of giving yourself opportunities to see your friends is also really important. I think your methods, especially with regards to Afrikaans, helped me, because I couldn't stand Afrikaans for a very long time. Like, I did not like the subject. I wasn't interested. I had multiple people trying to help me and trying to get better, and nothing was working for me. I think your vocab list and doing like at least like 10 minutes a week or like each day of a vocab list helped me a lot. Good. Because all of my friends were putting it towards the end, and then only at the end were starting to study for Afrikaans, whereas I was doing it every week for the whole year, which really helped me, because all of those vocab words you actually find in your papers.
Exactly.
I mean, so it was really helpful. And then also the techniques and tips for the essay.
Yeah,
like
that's a big thing
how to
for you.
plan it.
Yeah,
that really helped me. I was doing terribly in Afrikaans essays. I was really worried about my Afrikaans mark for matric, but that helped me tremendously in my final paper too. And that is actually what brought my mark extremely up, I'm pretty sure. And I think that was one of the best things for me. I also think sleep is really important, like getting enough sleep, because you need enough sleep in order to keep going throughout the day. And also not leaving everything to the last minute. It's like the number one thing I can say. Don't just relax the whole of the first 6 months and then towards the end be like, okay, now I'm going to start studying. You need to actually start from the beginning of the year. And then if you keep going throughout the year, just a little bit every week, you'll get to the end and actually be like, kind of just revising over what you already know, and you're not going to go into the exam like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I know everything. So yeah, that was really helpful for me.
That's fantastic. And in terms of Afrikaans, I know when you started coming to me, you were really struggling with your Afrikaans. As you say, a lot of it was resistance to actually learning the language. And I think a lot of students, it starts with that attitude towards the language. And then once you change your attitude and you see the benefits of doing Afrikaans, and actually, hopefully I showed you that Afrikaans is not a difficult language. Once you understand how to learn it, it's not difficult.
No, not at all. I was very resistant to it because I kind of was taught at school methods how you're supposed to do it. And they never came to me, because I think a lot of teachers have the attitude like they can't understand why you're not getting it, because to them it's very easy. But when I came to you, after going to about 4 other people who were doing the same thing, just giving me papers to do, and they also couldn't understand why I wasn't getting it, because I was doing a lot of it. But coming to you and actually you understanding for me that not everyone just gets Afrikaans like easily, like it takes time, and it is an easy thing if you're willing to put in a little bit of work. And that's what really helped me. And I actually ended up enjoying Afrikaans. Like, I never dreaded having these lessons. I actually enjoyed going to them.
Yay.
Whereas before, I was forced to do extra Afrikaans, and I can ask my parents, I did not like going at all. So for me, actually, that helped. Actually learning that I actually like doing Afrikaans helped me, and being more involved. I think that changing my attitude really helped me with the subject.
Awesome. And I'm hoping that down the line, when you move into the workplace, you'll realize the benefits of doing Afrikaans. And I mean, you've even got a third language, you've got French. So
Yeah.
you're offering even more when you go into the work environment. So in terms of the grammar and everything that we worked on, did I help to unravel where you were confused with grammar? Because I think that's where a lot of the problems start.
Yeah, a lot of the problems started with like tall and grammar, especially sentence structure, because especially, I mean, my school, we were taught this is how you do it, like this is the method. And a lot of it was kind of habits I'd picked up from primary school, which is actually not how you're supposed to do it for matric. So you kind of helped me to actually break down the problem and understand why I'm not getting it. And then I started to actually get it. And I actually really liked, funny enough, that was one of my favorite sections of my final paper was doing tall, because it's a really easy section to do well in if you actually understand the rules and not just applying them, understanding why you need to do it.
Exactly. And your summary, did you use the method that I taught you for your summary, and how did you feel about that?
I found my summary went very quick. My summary for the first time in prelims, my summary mark went up extremely, and I was doing terribly in summaries. And that method really helped me, like knowing how to structure it, what to focus on, what to not focus on, because you're not going to completely understand the language by the end of the year. You're not going to know every word. But if you, as you showed me, if you pick out the certain points and you know what to look for, you can get through your summary easy, like 10 minutes.
Exactly. So you can do it quickly and you can get really high marks, which is great, as you're working through the exam. And did you use
Yeah.
the technique of leaving your comprehension till the end?
I did. That also really helped because, funny enough, our comprehension last year was actually really nice. So leaving it to the end really did help me, because comprehension is the one thing you can just never bank on, because you never know what it's going to be on. You don't know what the questions are going to be. You don't know how easily you're going to understand them. So leaving it to the end really helped me. Knowing how to do my paper, knowing to start with tall and then move here and then do poetry, like that really helped. And even with unseen poetry, learning with you how to unpack that, because that's always been a difficult area for me. Knowing what to focus on, which questions are easily bankable marks, which ones I need to kind of think about a little bit, really helped.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have this mental block about unseen poetry, and it's one of those things where you can either get like 1 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. And
Yeah.
it's that unknown. But if you know, as you say, if you know how to look at it, then you approach it from a completely different point of view. Well, I'm really pleased that you had a good experience with Afrikaans and your results showed it. I mean, you're getting 76% for Afrikaans. Did you ever believe that you would get a mark like that for the subject?
Never. I was banking. I was so worried. I was thinking, gosh, the 50s kind of looking at. So the fact that my mark went up like towards end of matric the way it did was absolutely shocking for me. Never expected that was going to happen.
Well, it was a combination of really hard work, and I must say you took on everything that I showed you and taught you, and especially, as you know, the one thing that I got really excited about was when you used my method of writing for essays, and that was a big thing. You trusted me, and I really appreciated that, and I'm really glad that it showed in the end in your result. So, yeah, good luck for the future. I hope everything goes well. And I'm just going to stop recording now.